Have you ever thought about the decisions that your players make every night in training when you're training them? Have you ever thought about how you set up your training sessions, what decisions they have to make as a result of the way you set up your training session? Three things. What is decision making? The decisions that we make, players make in the game, and how we can adapt our training sessions, our training routines to affect decision making. Okay, you're a player. You're sitting there as a player. You want to receive or gain possession of that ball. What will you do? Will you catch? If you're going to catch the ball, what catch will you do? Will it be overhead? Will it be face catch? Will it be a chest catch? Or it might be a low catch? You might control the ball in your hurley and then catch. You might perform an overhead bat and then run on and roll lift or jab lift the ball into your hand. All of these decisions will be influenced by a couple of things. It will be influenced by the speed, the flight, and the direction of the ball coming at you. But it will also be your positioning on the field, and the opposition will influence how you go about gaining possession of that ball. So now, what happens if your players are poor at overhead catching? What happens if they're poor at chest catching? Well, the decisions of gaining possession through catching the ball will be limited. What happens if they're poor at overhead batting? Well, now the decisions that they have to gain possession of the ball from overhead are limited. So now you have the ball. You have the ball in your hand. What will you do with it? Well, you might touch it on the hurley and return it into your hand. You might take 4 steps in possession. Or you might solo the ball. Put it on your hurley and solo. So now you have decisions to make to maintain possession. So now you decide you want to release possession. You want to get rid of the ball. What will you do? Well, you might hand pass the ball. You might strike the ball. But if you're going to strike, what strike will you do? Will you strike the ball from your hand or from the hurley? Will you strike it on your right side or your left side? Or what will it be from your ankle, your knee, your hip, or your shoulder height? Or maybe you might kick the ball to get rid of it. Now again, think about your player. What happens if they're poor on their left side at striking? Well, the options available now are limited to them. So have you players technically good at all those possible skills? At gaining, maintaining, and releasing possession? If you have, they're more likely to make better decisions or more options available because they can perform those range of skills. But can your players perform them at match tempo? And this is where the player lives in the wild and chaos of the game, at match tempo.